Hey guys, and welcome back to another / new episode with me, iOS Gamer. I'm going to be cooking for this episode, kind of a vlog / episode kind of thing. I'm going to be cooking duck. Yeah, so what are we doing? So I'm actually going to be cooking duck for you. So I'm going to put you on another angle so you're able to see me actually prepping some of the vegetables and cooking. I've got everything relatively ready, so you're able to watch and follow along if you want to. Duck, yes, duck. So hopefully duck doesn't come in. So yeah. So we're going to be making duck stir fry, duck stir fry with plum and hoisin sauce. I've already done the sauce because it needed a bit of time to rest and drain and things like that. And I've got a few things prepped up already. So I'm just going to get cooking, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in chat. So I'll be able to see them on my phone and on my laptop. So yeah, let's get going. Okay. So we're going to start off with prepping vegetables. So we've got some spring onions, a yellow pepper. I'll explain why a yellow pepper in a minute. A standard onion, some carrot and broccoli. So I've already done the broccoli because that was relatively easy and didn't want to take up much time. So carrot, what we're going to do with the carrot is we're just going to use a potato peeler and just peel it into small strips. One, because it actually makes it allows it to cook a lot quicker, and two, surprisingly, it tastes a lot nicer when you just peel it. If you want it to be fancy, you're making me hungry and I've already eaten. That doesn't surprise me, Scott. Food. I think watching people cook food always makes people hungry. It's all about the textures sometimes. Yeah. So with noodles, you kind of want a mix of everything. You want crunchy, you want soft, you want sweet and sour. So we're going with soft with the carrots, crunchy with the broccoli and onions. We're going sweet with the pepper, and we're going salty with the sauce. So I've got the pan's warming up here. So if you can just angle the phone a little bit better. There. So I've got my wok warmed up and ready, and I've got a skillet warmed up ready. So I'm just going to take that off for a minute. Wonka. Cast iron. Yes, cast iron. So I'll explain in a minute why I'm using a cast iron pan as well as a wok. Because I'm going to try and do it slightly different. Hey, duck. Hey, duck, welcome. You may want to turn around in a few minutes. It's an honor to meet them. Yes, definitely. Okay, so we've got our grated carrot, got our peeled carrot, so we're going to add that in with the broccoli. Turtle soup. Yeah, I'm not sure that's supposed to make me feel better. Don't worry. yeah, so once I've cooked everything, me and my wife are actually going to be eating it. Imagine a drone dropping off samples to us. Yeah, that actually would be crazy. So, so we're going to move on to the onion now. Actually, we'll leave the onion here till last because we want that going in the pan first. So we're only going to use 2/3 of the pepper. So I'm just going to trim that off. More reading than chat and cooking. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to read chat too many times. So yeah, just comment away and I'll read as much as I can when I can. So is everyone blowing the chat up? Is that what I'm hearing? Thanks, Phoenix. Okay, so peppers are done. So I'm gonna add them to the tub with the vegetables. Now we're gonna chop up the onion. So we're gonna use the whole onion. Nothing wrong with onions, I think. The key to making sure onions do not make you cry is to wash them once you have peeled them. So once you've peeled them, you just give them a quick rinse under cold water, and that will take the sulphur from them. Which allows us to chop them a little easier when ASMR artist. Good to know. It's very easy affected by them. Yeah, so many people have their own different ways of dealing with crying with onions. I found the best way is just to rinse them off, or once you've chopped them up, like chop them, just shove them in a bowl of warm water, because that can kind of help them to dissipate the sulphur in the actual onion. Okay, so we're gonna put the onions into the plastic tub for the moment. I'm just gonna quickly rinse the chopping board. It's actually the water. I just cut them quickly as possible and then in the pan. Yeah, I can understand that, Phoenix. Like, yeah, if you just want to just get crack on with it and shove it in the pan and get it over with, that's kind of how it works, really. It all depends on the person doing it. So we're gonna move on to our duck. So this is British duck. It is extremely fresh. It's local to the Manchester area. So we're just gonna prep the skin. But first we are gonna shove the skillet on the stove. So so we're just going to treat it like with any meat. If you don't treat it respectfully, it's not gonna taste like, you're not gonna appreciate it. So we're just gonna gently score it, just to open up where the meat is. And yeah, so we're going to be using some salt and some all-purpose seasoning. So some Knorr's all-purpose seasoning. This stuff is amazing for everything. And then obviously a bit of salt. So on the top of that. So this is just to seal the skin. So I'll bring you over. You can see. Yeah. So it's going to be skin side down, guys. So we're just gonna keep our fingers on it for an extra couple of seconds. This is to make sure that it doesn't rise up like that. So it actually seals all of the skin. And then once we've done that, I'm going to turn it over. Let's bring you in a bit closer, guys, so you can see it. So it's just, you just want a nice simple colouring. Just to give the fat a little bit of render. So we're just gonna move that across now. And then we're going to start working on the vegetables. Let me just recheck quickly. Just while the duck's cooking, I'm just going to make that ketchup on chat. Sizzling my ducklets. So this is called, so the stove is called an induction hob. So the actual ring itself heats up, and it allows it. It just saves you from using actual flamed elements. It's a bit safer to work with. So it's quite a common thing in the UK. Okay, so we're just going to let that rest now, guys. Let's take that off the heat. I'm going to turn this one off. So that's pretty much the duck cooked. So we're just going to let it rest now. Just going to leave it under the tin foil for about 5 minutes maybe, just to let the juices come out and let it finish cooking to the middle. But while we're waiting, we're just going to move you back here, and we're going to finish off the rest of the stuff while we are waiting. So I'm going to work with spring onions now. Quite a staple when it comes to anything Japanese or Korean or Chinese, and it's quite a staple with most cooking if done properly. So we're going to be just cleaning them up. Okay, so trim them up at the top. Okay, so we've got our green spring onions, and we've got our white spring onions. So I'm gonna do the white and the green parts of the spring onion separately, mainly because they actually give you two different flavors. The white spring onion is very similar to our normal white onions, and you kind of want to cook them together. So I'm just gonna get my onions out. And then we can start the stir fry. I wanted to stream this something simple for the first one, just to make it easier for people to follow along. And if the video works out, we're going to try and post it up onto YouTube. So I'm going to quickly move you back because this bit is quite important. So with a wok, you always want to make sure it stays hot. So every time you put something into a wok, it will cool it down. So we'll put the onions in, start cooking them off, let it warm back up, and then start putting the next bits in. So we'll start with the broccoli and then go to the softer stuff. So Just need to get one more thing out, and then we can get going. Okay. So. No, so you put it in one ingredient at a time until it warms back up, and then you can put your next ingredient in. So what I just sprinkled in then, guys, was dry garlic, just to give the onions that crunch, and a bit, just to add a little bit more flavour. So now we're just gonna allow it to come up back up to the boil, right up to heat. So while that's going on, I'm just going to get rid of my rubbish and read any comments. So you only want to, when it comes to garlic, you only want to add about 2 cloves worth. So that's either dry garlic or fresh garlic. It actually doesn't matter which you use. So, as you can see, guys, it's starting to crisp up. Man, you guys really love garlic. So rather than a spoon, guys, I'm using a rubber spatula, just because it won't melt or burn in the pan. Chrono lives on garlic and potatoes. You know what? Garlic and potatoes together are amazing. So we're just going to let them colour a little bit longer and allow it to warm up, and then we can add our broccoli and the rest of our vegetables. I'm going to add it all at once. Just because I'm actually going to add some of the oil from us cooking off the duck. So this will actually add some of that flavour from the duck to the vegetables before we actually add the duck to it. Okay. So we're just going to leave that to set now, to rest and finish cooking off. Let's bring the back. So now we're going to be working on the rest of the duck. So we've allowed it to rest a little bit. It's still relatively pink in the middle and raw. Which is kind of what we wanted, because we want it to cook in the sauce and in the vegetables. Okay. Quickly wash my hands. So we're just going to make a hole in the middle of the wok to add the duck. And then the juices that were on the plate, we're going to add them to it as well. So while that's cooking, guys, I'll bring you back over. So we have all of our vegetables in there now. we have our duck, and we have the juices from the duck in the pan. So we're now going to add the plum and hoisin sauce that we made. It's just a simple mix together. And yeah, so we're just going to add that. So this has got a mix of everything in it. It's got a bit of honey in, it's got a bit of Chinese spice, it's got star anise in it. Obviously the standard seasonings. And it's just something simple that I'm just gonna cook through now. What? You seen how I've got the stream? So we're just letting the broccoli cook through now in the sauce. And then the final thing we need to add is the noodles. But before that, I'm actually going to make sure that the duck's cooked through. Cool. That guy is really nice. And obviously to make it actually seem like a stream, obviously a video, like I've got to say that, but it is. Just going to make sure the broccoli is cooked through. Honestly, I hope the sound of the cooking is actually coming through on the stream, because it sounds phenomenal how it's cooking. And the smell is ridiculous. Oh. So, hopefully we are back. There we go. So, let's just keep going. And yeah, so we just need to go, we're going to add the noodles now. So there's 2 portions of noodles, one for me, one for my wife. What? Probably another 5 or 10 minutes wide. Just gonna let it rest for let it go for a few more minutes. Yes, the sound is amazing. Good. I'm glad. So heat's now off. I'm just going to let the residual heat finish it off. So, put that in there. So I'm just going to plate my wife's food up so she can start eating, and then what?
I'm here for eating.
I will have all the noodles, please. Oh my word, are you serious? Steel stir fry, noms it quickly. Noodles hanging from the mouth. What stir fry? Haven't seen it. Nudes! So I'm gonna give my wife first. I'm gonna get a fork from the drawer. And then I am gonna just move this back. Put this here. And to end the stream, just
That's for you.
I've got one.
Oh.
Just empty it all into there. So just cleanse the pan. So, let's grab my phone. So, hopefully you've all enjoyed. But when do we eat? Yeah, sadly I'm not in the US, so I can't bring it over. But to do a taste, just to satisfy a few people, I'm going to do a quick taste test. You know what? I'm happy with that. So, thanks for coming, guys. I do appreciate it. Hope you have enjoyed. Hopefully next time I will do something other than duck. Sorry, duck. But any thoughts, any comments, please let me know either in Discord or on YouTube, because it will be going up on there. And thanks for coming, and enjoy. Goodbye.